Hello everyone. Welcome to the Metal Galaxy, where we bring fest gigs into your living room. And today we are at the second day of Epic Fest, and we have here Bloodbound, who are from Sweden. And in this interview we will learn more about the band and so on. So guys, before we kick off with Bloodbound, can you first introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Patrick, the lead singer of Bloodbound.
And I'm Daniel, the drummer.
Awesome. And if I'm correct, you are named Bloodbound, which is like a blood oath where you swear a pact and cut its hand, and you're like forever, even after the afterlife. So can you tell us if you really cut your hands and made this pact?
We do it like, not for real, but always before a show we have this intro. The intro says this.
They would cut their hands.
Yeah, stuff like that, and then we're always standing there doing this.
Yeah,
but it's like not for real.
No.
So
we
haven't done that.
You like your hands?
Yeah. We do. Yeah, it's kind of useful to have them as well as you. At least if you want to play drums. So, I don't know. Maybe you could do.
I could do it, but
without the hands. But yeah, it's nice to have it.
Awesome. So now we know you're Bloodbound, but not cutting yourself.
Yeah.
And then I wonder so this Bloodbound is that you will be forever with each other, and you know each other from the 90s, which is quite a long time. So I'm wondering then, what qualities brings you together as friends, but as well professionally as musicians?
That's a good question. I mean, we've known each other for quite some time. Actually, I'm the new guy in the band, but when I first started to play in the band, I get the feeling that this feels like home to me. All these people that I play with, and so I really feel that there is some kind of energy in this group that is really like, it feels like a family to me.
And the personality, so the friendship is kind of more important than the
performing.
Than the musicianship, even if that's of course a really important thing. But when you do tours and stuff like that, you really need to come along together in a good way. And we are really good friends. I consider these guys my best friends.
And what makes him your best friend?
I don't know. What does anyone?
It's like that. We just feel along, right? Yeah, we do, and we're on the same level in life, kind of. So
same kind of values, same kind of stuff like that.
We get along just really well, and I don't think that any one of us has thought about a particular reason why that is. It's just it is that way.
Awesome. So you mentioned that friendship is more important than musicianship, but if you listen to Bloodbound, it's perfectly like made with the great riffs, great vocals, great melodies. So definitely nobody's throwing sloppies. So what would you say makes your music and playing style of each so great?
This kind of music we're playing, that you need to be kind of great at your instrument. Because it's fast, and it's a lot of energy, and you have to have guitar solos, otherwise it's not power metal, I guess. I just say we are blessed with like both good musicianship and friendship.
We are absolutely, and I think one of the reasons that it's this way is we're very open with each other. Regarding songwriting and all the parts that needs to be in at least our band. So it's kind of open to everyone, and we have discussions about stuff, and there's not like any hard feelings.
Yeah, it's like more easier, I would say, than if you're friends to say you are doing this wrong or we can improve in this.
We can talk about, no one gets upset or so we have good relationships.
yeah, we do
with each other. Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go to the beginnings. The first album that you've made was Nosferatu, which was a bit black, a bit darker as well, and it was a album about heavier topics than now, where now you have dragons and so on. So I'm wondering what made the shift from Nosferatu to something lighter into dragons.
I don't think that I am maybe the guy to answer this because, well, actually none of us was around
for the first three albums.
No, so I don't know, to be honest.
My first album was Unholy Cross. It was the fourth album. That still kind of had same lyrical theme, I guess. That's kind of the same vibe as Nosferatu, but I think that we developed the music and we felt that these kind of lyrical themes are suitable with the music. So it changed along with how the music changed, I guess.
And might be the new members that came in that influenced maybe also the new direction of the band.
Could have been a few influences like that.
But mostly I think it's how the music turned out and the lyric are like going out along with that development, I guess.
And what would you say, if I to get it correct, how do you say the music developed into something else than at the beginning?
The foundation is still the same. We've always been a power metal band, but we have the music is like bigger now. It's more orchestrations, it's more like bigger choirs and stuff like that. So if you take away that, it would probably sound more like the first albums. But that's how the sound is getting better. And we have always tried to only write really good songs. That's our main goal. We have focus on the melodies and stuff like that, and we have always done music in the same way. We start out with the melodies, and then we built on with everything else. So
awesome.
Yeah,
so I guess it's kind of a natural development, like you said before. It's just the more you do something, you discover new things and new ways to do things as well.
So everything is natural for Bloodbound.
Yeah, and also when you're like doing live shows, you can see that these really bombastic keyboards and orchestrations really like make a live show better and bigger.
So it went lighter. It felt naturally to go lighter, but yet you keep these horns and a bit of corpse veins. How come did you?
I guess you need to just have a gimmick to stand out from everyone else.
Bloodbound. I was like, what's this? What am I listening with?
And the horns, because we have this Nosferatu, he's been the mascot of the band since the album number 1. And we have Nosferatu in different shapes and forms on every album. And this kind of relates to Nosferatu, the horns. Also can relate to dragons, if you want, and demons and stuff, which we still like singing about. So
interesting take. Definitely one to keep track, and we are curious how it will develop in the future. And we have talked a bit about the beginnings and so on. So let's do something random now. Okay, if you would be stuck for an eternity with ABBA Mamma Mia or Army Lovers Obsession, which one would you pick?
ABBA, definitely.
ABBA, of course.
Yes.
You love Mamma Mia?
Well,
not that song particularly, but ABBA is great, but I would rather choose that song than the other ones.
Yeah.
So you're ready to listen 365 days Mamma Mia in a row?
I don't think, well, I haven't prepared that much, but I think I could manage if it would happen, yeah.
Tales of North has like this mascot of the devil, and the artwork is done by Peter Saletti, Hammerfall, Powerwolf, and so on. And how would you say that Peter envisaged your mascot what you stand for, and as well this new mythology into this.
He has done the cover for the latest
2 or 3, is it?
Yeah, something like that, and he really like nailed it with this Nosferatu figure from the beginning. So when he sent us, we sent him the idea. Like this time, we wanted Nosferatu as a Viking, of course, because the north has a Viking theme on the and. He do something and he send it to us, and maybe we have some like details, small details we want to change, and we send it back a little bit, and then it turns out like
it's amazing.
Yeah, and he's really great, and he as I said, he is nailing it from the beginning. So absolutely, really happy with the result.
And it looks like a Viking. It's super cool, and it stands. Even the mascot is the same. It stands out from the other artwork. Since it's bluish, there are like birds, so it's a totally wow concept.
Yeah.
Check it out if you haven't.
And it's really into those small details that makes it really good.
And if you look at the videos of Tales of North, there are some Swedish landscapes and the atmosphere as well. There's some mythology about Heimdall and so on. So I'm wondering, how does your Swedish roots inspire your music?
Very much, I would say. Well, at least for this album, and that was kind of the idea from this. Okay, this is what we want to bring to our listeners, to tell that kind of tale or story. So it means very much, I would say.
Yeah, we also have some like folk kind of melodies in this album, and that is really inspired by the Swedish folk music.
Awesome. So it was like a moment where you brought your Swedish roots. But then I'm wondering, what was why, like Tales of North, why this moment to bring it out?
I would say that it was a good time for it, and I think the interest of this topic is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
all
we
around.
have the Vikings as well.
So that again came maybe not well. It came kind of natural as well because I think that you're inspired from a lot of different cultures that find this kind of story interesting. So it's a topic that has been coming up.
It just felt right because we did 3 albums with a dragon, and then from there we were kind of with the dragons because we had said it all about dragons. And then we did Creatures of the Dark Realm, about kind of creatures and nightmares and stuff like that. And then we talked about how can we take the creatures concept to the next to the next doorstep. And we were like, okay, if we do it like mythology, like those kind of creatures, how it was like beginning with the storytelling of that. Thomas is the main lyric writer.
Nice.
So he came up with the idea, and we were all into it, and then he just went from there.
Yeah, and it was again something natural. And speaking about Vikings, about the mythology and so on, you are here at Epic Fest. So how do you feel this fits all into Epic Fest, and how do you feel about playing here on this fest?
Fits like a glove. I mean, it's maybe the first like pure power metal festival that's ever been. I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's more like mixed kind of metal. This is really the first time with only power metal bands. It's really nice because you know a lot of the other guys from the bands and stuff like that. And it's our first time in Denmark actually, so it's really nice to be here.
Yeah, for us the same, and I would certainly agree. Epic Fest is the Epic Fest for power metal and the place to be if you love it. So for those who missed it,
here in Denmark, I never thought that power metal was very big in Denmark. It hasn't been. They don't have a lot of power metal bands coming from Denmark and stuff like that. But this proves that wrong, I guess. Yeah. Because this was sold out pretty early, so.
And what you see in the audience, there are a lot of Danish people, so there's definitely a market, an audience for kind of bands, and I think it's nicely in the middle as well with Germany, Finland, and so on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think there are people from like 30 countries representing on this festival. So that also is a nice thing, and it's located in a very nice
Yep.
So I
place.
salute the organizers of this.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
out. And before we are rounding up, you have just released an album in 2023 in July, but are you working on something new?
Always, I would say we are.
No rest for the wicked.
Exactly.
That's not gonna be a new album this year, but it's gonna be. I don't know how much I can say about it right now, but there's gonna be a release from us that celebrates 20 years of the band.
Whoa, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes open because there's gonna be a special release.
And with this, we are closing the interview, so keep your eyes open on new stuff, Bloodbound, links below, as well subscribe and like our channel as we have regularly new content, and we want to thank Bloodbound here for sitting with us at Epic Fest and talking more about their band, and special thanks as well for AFM Records for organizing and setting up everything. And see you and bye.
See you. Bye.